Okay, kids, we're back. Section 2.5. Practice question 3, all about Newton's third law. Let's read this here. Explain each event described below in terms of Newton's third law of motion. Space shuttle vehicle, like the one shown in the photograph, figure 1 of section 2.5 is launched. So let's draw a spaceship here, okay? So let's say, and it doesn't matter where this spaceship is. It could be in the middle of nowhere. It's the same idea. Okay, so here's the spaceship. Okay, let's say this spaceship was launched by Niagara Falls. Woo! Our hometown. Okay, so out of the spaceship at the bottom comes what we call the exhaust gas, and it's being shot out at very, 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 very high speed. Okay, so what actually ends up happening is the exhaust gas is being pushed downward by the rocket. And then the exhaust gas pushes back on to the rocket. So that's what pushes this forward. So what you would write is force of the rocket, space shuttle, whatever you want to call it. The force of the rocket, it pushes on the exhaust gas. So the exhaust gas is being pushed down. It is equal in magnitude, but opposite in direction to the force of the exhaust gas on the rocket. So it's the gas that's pushing the rocket forward. So the other one they want us to look at is a balloon that's full of air. So here's the balloon full of air, right? And the balloon, it's starting to shrink. So it's starting to push on the gas in here, right? So the air is being pushed outward by the shrinking balloon. Well, the air pushes back on the balloon, and that's what makes the balloon go forward. So what you would write is force of the balloon on the air is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to the force of the air on the balloon. Ooh, balloon, there we go. And there's the negative sign. So the air gets pushed this way by the balloon gets pushed in the opposite way by the air. And this is exactly the same, for example, how a bird flies or how you swim in the water. It's always the same thing. Here's another example. Here's water, right? And here you are in the water. Okay? So what do your arms do? Your arms push on the water backwards. What does the water do? The water pushes your arm and therefore the rest of your body forward. So you would say, and the same thing with your legs, right? Force of the arm on the water, right, is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. That's why I have a negative sign. The force of the water on the arm. So what I'm saying here is you push the water backwards, the water pushes you forward. And that's the same for a bird flying in the air. A bird pushes the air backwards, the air pushes the bird forward. When you walk, you push on the ground pushes back on you forward. Okay, Yassine, have you ever tried to walk on really icy surface? It's hard, right? The reason it's hard to walk on an icy surface, here's the ice. Here's your foot. Your foot wants to push onto the ice. It can't. So your foot slips. So if you didn't push on the ice didn't push on you forward and you don't move forward. But if it's a nice dry day, right? Here's your foot. Your foot pushes on the ground, right? So the ground's being pushed backwards and the ground pushes your foot forward and you move forward. So all of these examples, always, this is Newton's third law. The force of A on B is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Oopsie. Let me fix that. That was a horrible F. I did it again. Did you see that? That's horrible. There. See? It's always A on B is equal but opposite to B on A. Foot on ground, ground on foot. Bird's wings on the air, air on the wings. Your arms on the water, water on the arms. Always back and forth. Is this helping? Okay. Okay, ciao.